Hey everyone, it's Dr. Ramani. Welcome back to this YouTube channel on narcissism. I want you to try on some of these things I'm going to say for size. Okay, so try these out. And as you listen to them, think about whether you've ever said, or anyone you know has ever said these things. I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to get my body back, and I will show that F word what he is missing out on. I'm going to make a ton of money and roll up in front of my father in my new sports car. I'll show him. I can't wait for all of them to see my pictures of me in Europe on social media. Or, once I get out of working in this stupid place, I will show the bastard my worth by killing it when I open my business. Or maybe, when I get my degree, I'm going to make my mother call me doctor. Or, I can't wait to show them how they didn't break me. So in the comments, I'd love to have you add to this list. And as a reminder, so we're going to be talking about healing. If you're interested in our healing program, you can get that link in the video notes. But I'd like you to also share any healing and revenge fantasies you have. And let's now talk about healing and how healing is just different. It's different than just success. Healing means evolving past all of this, right? Revenge is a great motivator. I got to tell you, it's how I once lost weight. It's how I got myself to finish my dissertation. Just to kind of get revenge on some folks, it kept a fire lit under my ass. But it's not always a long game. I gained the weight back, but I did get the dissertation done, right? But getting something done is different than healing. Self-sabotage is such an issue for survivors of narcissistic abuse. The trauma bonds almost pull us back into a devaluing narrative, and to ease the cognitive dissonance, we unconsciously sabotage ourselves. We procrastinate, we avoid, that kind of thing. And in those cases, revenge can be a great motivator. Anything to get you going, to get it done. Now, healing is a different beast. You could make $20 million and not be healed. You could lose 60 pounds and not be healed. You could open a massively successful business and not be healed. And this right here is often an error in healing. People believe once I'm successful, I'll be healed. Nope. Once you're successful, you'll be successful. But it doesn't mean you're healed. And I got to tell you, I have worked with people at the top of their fields. They have been extraordinarily materially successful, but they're still deeply trauma bonded, in lots of pain, and nowhere near healed. Narcissistic abuse hurts so much because you get caught up in their toxic magnetic sphere. You live for them, for their approval, for their breadcrumbs, for the good days, for the tiny bits and scraps of recognition. You give up on your wants, your hopes, your aspirations, even your sense of self, to fit into what they would value, or because they shame you if you try to be anything they don't want you to be, or you downsell yourself so they don't reject you. These relationships are limiting by definition, and really limiting if all of this started in childhood. Separating yourself from them is the primary work of healing, because once you do that, you're separate from them, and you no longer hitch yourself, nor do you hitch your self-worth to their invalidating wagon. But that means that as you envision life and goals after the relationship, whatever that looks like, getting into shape, travel, education, career aspirations, falling in love, making money, or just simply getting stronger as a person. These need to be your goals and not shaped against, oh, what would the narcissist think? I know about the whole world of revenge diets and all of that, but as long as you say, I'll show them, they'll finally see me. And by the way, they won't. It doesn't even matter if you come riding in on an electric unicorn, they're not going to see you. But if you shape your revenge fantasy around them, you're still living in service to them. They, in their fashion, they're still shaping you then. And you are still in some ways subjugated by the trauma bond, as though healing could only happen if they either envy you, and then you're playing their ground game, or they notice you, and they won't, or they value you. And again, nope. You cannot link your healing to their recognition. It can't be that idea, just wait till they see me. This is why walking through the pain is such an important part of healing. If you just jump to the, okay, I'm going to live my best life now, just jump to that part of the story, then you're living your best life so they notice it. That means you're still in the narcissistic relationship in a way. To go through the grief, recognize the trauma, give yourself the time and space and show up for yourself, not them, but yourself, and recognize yourself, that's what's important. The weight loss is for you to feel better, or the fitness is for you to be able to finally do a hike you wanted to do. You take the trip because you always wanted to see Paris. You launch your idea and make the money because you believed in the idea. Obviously, the money is nice, but not because you want the narcissist to notice it. And this may be one of the most difficult aspects of healing, to pull them out of the context of your life. Because once you do that, once you achieve your life separate from them, without them getting to be the judge, jury, and approver of your life, then you are really on your way. And this ain't easy. Frankly, it's probably easier to lose 60 pounds or start a new company or finish graduate school than it is to get to this place of true separateness, to build an identity separately and not measure yourself against what works for them. Once that happens, frankly, your goals won't be in line with them anymore. While losing weight for health reasons and eating healthier or exercising is great, you also need to catch yourself and ask yourself, am I doing this because they were always noticing other people's bodies or always poked at me about my weight, or is this for my health? Is working around the clock to make money what you want, or is it because they told you that you were lazy and not enough because you don't make lots of money? Goal setting becomes complicated because first, you actually need to figure out who you are and what you are about separate from them. Revenge bodies and champagne dreams may motivate you to get off your ass. That's fine. But don't let the trauma bond mean that you continue to live in service to them. That's not healing. So make sure it's not that I'm going to do this to show them. You want to pull them fully out of your story. That's healing. And again, you want to do that deeper dive into healing. Can only go so deep here on YouTube. That information, you can find it in the video notes. Thanks again.